I can't believe that guy still hasn't shown up. He was supposed to teach me how to play the blues. Well, I don't want to learn from a book. I want to learn from this dude. Wait, you know the blues? Then why'd you let me come out here and sit around for so long? Dear Tim and Moby, what is the blues? Where did it come from? From McKinley. Well, McKinley, the blues is one of the oldest forms of American music. It started in the South, way back during the days of slavery. Well, back then, the South was dominated by huge farms called plantations. They grew crops like cotton and tobacco, and all of the field labor was done by African-American slaves. No, it definitely wasn't nice, like, at all. Slaves led very difficult lives. To ease the pain, they often sang about the hardships that they faced. Sometimes they sang spirituals, religious songs that looked to faith as a means of escaping from slavery. And sometimes they sang work songs, rhythmic songs that helped relieve the boredom and stress of working in the fields. In the beginning, this music drew heavily on the music of West Africa, where most of the slaves had been taken from. But gradually, it blended together with other American musical forms. And sometime between 1870 and 1900, the blues as we know it was born. Well, the most traditional form of blues is known as country blues. It usually consists of a solo performer singing and accompanying himself on acoustic guitar, harmonica, or another simple instrument. The lyrics are usually about some kind of hardship or emotional pain the singer is suffering through. They can be about anything, a love affair that's gone wrong, the hard work you have to do, or even a robot that won't stop bugging you. The music usually features bent or flattened musical notes that are sometimes called blue notes. And it usually follows a distinct pattern called the 12-bar blues. Well, music is divided into rhythmic units called measures or bars. 12-bar blues is a 12-measure-long sequence of words and music that repeats itself over and over. A typical 12-bar blues song is like a 3-line poem. Each is made up of exactly 4 measures. The first 4 establish the theme of the song, like, "Oh, I got myself a robot. He's always messing with my head." The second line is almost exactly the same as the first. "I said I got myself a robot. Always messing with my head." In the third section, the chords change dramatically, and the words are totally different, too. They're usually a response to the words from the first 2 sections. It's like the first 2 lines set everything up, and the last line is like a punchline or a twist ending. "Sometimes I want to get rid of that robot and get me a kitty cat instead." Oh, come on, Moby, that's just the 12-bar blues. Most blues songs keep repeating that same musical pattern, but just add different words. Of course, that's a simplified version of the blues. The best blues musicians are masters of improvisation. That means they make up variations on the song while they play. They start out with this basic form, but they change it and add to it until it's something that's entirely their own. Well, the blues became popular during the first part of the 20th century, especially in the American South. As it spread across the country, different regions developed their own distinct blues styles. Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee housed a lot of clubs, bars, and restaurants owned by African Americans. Famed bluesman B.B. King started there. And blues legends like Memphis Minnie and Sleepy John Estes would gather there to learn from one another and develop the classic Memphis blues. Chicago blues is usually played with a full band, including electric guitars, bass, drums, even saxophones. This style was perfected by artists like Muddy Waters, Willie Dixon, and Howlin' Wolf. And the blues are still around today. Every big city has at least one blues club, and you can hear the blues influence in just about every style of rock music. Hey, who taught you the blues anyway? What? You can't buy the blues. Oh.